if this isn't just the best movie of the year, it might be one of the best sequels ever made, and I think it's better than the first one. What is up, film geeks? My name is Trevor. Welcome back to my channel. It's finally here. The long-awaited Quiet Place Part 2 has hit theaters. Definitely a bittersweet one. I had my tickets for it last year to see it, and the Rona hit, but we're here now 1 year later, and its excitement is still in full effect. Join me down below in the comment section. What did you guys think of this film? Did you like it more than the first one? And do you think we're gonna get a third one? Let's talk about it all down below in the comment section. And like I said, this is one I was supposed to see last year. It's kind of bittersweet going into it, but I was still excited going into this theater, but I was a little more nervous and a little more hesitant by the time I got there, because the first one is so good, and I've been excited for this for so long. I just didn't want to be disappointed, and it's safe to say that I wasn't. It's safe to say this is my favorite movie of the year, and it's safe to say I enjoyed this, not just a little bit more than the first one, but I think this is a better overall movie than the first Quiet Place. We have a little prequel within the first 10 minutes of kind of setting up day one, how everything went down. Then it takes place right where the second one lets off, and it does not let up. It grabs you in, brings you back into this world, quiet and everything, and we're gonna go with Emily Blunt and her 3 kids, and they're gonna leave the farm, and now we're gonna go on this journey with them. What happens when they leave the safety of their farm, where they know where everything is? They have to kind of go out and really see the world for what it's been a year and a half later. What's going on? Are people still around? Who's alive? Who isn't? And how are they going to survive? They know how to kill these monsters now. Are they going to fight them, or are they going to continue to run and hide? We get a little bit of both of that in there, and the first film felt more like a suspense thriller, meaning like you're on the edge of your seat, but suspense by you think someone's going to be out there to scare you the entire time. Felt more like a horror movie throughout the film. Coming into this one, you still have the suspense moments, but it's more like an action thriller, because you're on the edge of your seat, you're so invested with these characters, but something is always happening. Whether they are fighting these aliens, they are on the run, something's happening. There's something always happening. It felt like an action blockbuster film. I wasn't expecting that going into this, so when you get to see everything happening beat per beat over and over again, you're not so scared. You're just so in awe of the action, and then it will scare you. That's what's so done beautifully about this film. John Krasinski's back writing and directing. I was a little bit nervous going into that, for I didn't want this to be a rehash of the first one and just be a complete waste of a sequel just there to get some extra money. We see that happen quite often. It is not that. It is a complete, basically different story, and going outside the farm, going outside the world, because John Krasinski, he sacrificed himself for his family. How are they going to survive without him? We get to find out all of that in here. You also have the addition of Cillian Murphy, who is, anytime you add him in there, it's going to add a positive flair. He's a very powerful character in this film, and we get to see how they know him before everything went bad, and we get to see how his character plays out. At times he can be bad, maybe he can be good. You got to see the movie for yourself to see which line of the line he falls on. But again, that action is crazy, and the unsung hero of this is the daughter, who is deaf. We are in her world of going out there in the world and exploring, and since her father's no longer there, she takes on that leadership role in her family, because her mom has to help her brother, Noah Jupe. Poor kid, he gets the short end of the stick in this film. I mean, what happens to this kid is just brutal. But she's also taking care of a baby, so she has her hands full. But the little daughter, who's not so little anymore, goes and she's out there to kind of take over that fatherly role, to lead her family, to find out what's best for them. She's incredibly smart, and what I love what John Krasinski did is, since the daughter's deaf, when we were in her perspective, we heard absolutely nothing. We were there with her. You didn't hear footsteps. There was no music playing. But then when a character came around and touched her, then the sound came back. I thought that was a beautiful addition that John Krasinski threw in there. And also, since they know how to kill these monsters, that's what kind of added a lot more action with the hearing aids and making that big, loud, screeching noise. We now know how to kill the monsters, and we get lots more killing and action throughout this film. And by the time you get to the end of the film, where the whole objective's there, you're so invested in this, you're so with this daughter, you're so proud of who she is, but then it brings you back that the aliens are still there, and everything is still crazy. And by the time they end this film, you don't want it to end. And that's maybe the only critique I have, is that when it ended, you want to watch another hour of this movie. It's an hour 36 minutes. Honestly, it's the perfect runtime. When it ended, I said, yep, they're going to end it right here. Like the first one, kind of just boom, ends on like a big punch, big scene, and it ends beautifully. If they make a third one, I am here for it. If they want to end it here, I'm okay for that too. I would love to see a third one, but finally, my final thoughts. is the score in this film. The score got me. It has a score we've heard in other movies before. It's emotional. It ties you in. It really fits in nicely throughout this film. It's safe to say that I absolutely love this movie. It is my favorite movie of the year. I liked it more than A First Quiet Place. It might be one of my favorite sequels of all time. Gotta stick around for a top 10 video for those. Overall, for a score, I have to give right now A Quiet Place Part 2 a 5 out of 5 until I go and see this movie again. I absolutely loved it. It is my favorite movie of the year so far. What did you guys think of this movie? Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Lots more videos coming this week. A Cruella review coming tomorrow. Possibly a reaction for it. I'm excited for all of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.